Lost and Damned. This game is fucking... Oh hey look, it's Nico. This game is fucking amazing. It's one of the most perfect expansions Grand Theft Auto has ever had. We were then reintroduced to the game's protagonist, Johnny Klebitz. This expansion provides us with an even darker cinematic experience like the main story. Every mission sucks you deeper into the lore of Liberty City. Its crazy adventures, characters, missions provide us with a glimpse of what the Lost MC really is. Like always, I'm not going to talk about the game's story or Easter eggs. So, here, take this. Keep it between you and me, okay? Let's get started, shall we? The gameplay. Nothing changes from the original story gameplay-wise. Everything is still perfect and morbidly realistic, but like I mentioned in my previous video, bikes are freaking annoying. Every bike is almost too difficult to maneuver. If you press the trigger to accelerate too hard, the bike starts to, as people call it, fishtail and immediately begin to lose control. Which is, like my brother who crashed his bike and almost died as a teenager says, realistic. I'm almost always too afraid to ride bikes in this game. Even though you get to use it and get a sense of satisfaction when squeezing through traffic, it's still risky, as one wrong move and Johnny ends up flying to Mars. So I chose to use cars most of the time. But Johnny lets you know about his displeasure of driving vehicles very, very clearly. He calls them bird cages. Anyway, in the beginning of the game you are riding with your gang. And when riding with them, a logo appears on the road behind the rider leading the pack. Riding within this logo will replenish your health and repair Johnny's bike. You also have the ability to call for backup, and your gang will come to your aid when you're getting your ass kicked. There's also the introduction of gang warfare, which is similar to San Andreas and Vice City stories, where you have to protect your territory. There is more I haven't mentioned, like arm wrestling, but I'll leave that for you to experience. Combat hasn't changed and still looks as painful as in the main story, but they do add a few more guns and weapons, which I think are crazy. Some of the best weapons in my opinion are the assault shotgun. This thing can destroy anything within seconds. The grenade launcher. Shall I explain further in what this thing does? And the pipe bomb. There are also few new vehicles added as well. Some of them are the Rhapsody, Slam Van, and a plethora of choppers and sports bikes. And by far the weirdest one, the Tampa, which according to the internet isn't drivable, surprisingly, and is only available during cutscenes. There are many new things that I didn't mention, so check the game for yourself. Now it's time for my favorite actors. Like the main story, many of these voice actors I haven't heard of, but many of them I have heard of. But boy do they do an amazing job. Here is a list of some notable voices. The voice actors are the late Brian Tarantino, who voices Angus Morton. He was known for the movies like Night and Day, Carlito's Way, Summer of Sam, and appeared in 17 episodes of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Brian passed on in 2019. Jay Patterson, who voiced Dave Grossman. He's known for movies like Norman, Nobody's Fool, Ted 2, and he also returned to voice a few local pedestrians in both Red Dead Redemption 1 and Red Dead Redemption 2. Tracy Godfrey. She voices Ashley Butler. She is known for starring in 10 episodes of Law & Order Criminal Intent and The Sopranos as Edwina Foley. And by far the most popular, Bill Burr, who voices Jason Michaels. We all know what shows and movies Bill is popularly known from, so here's a couple of my favorites. My favorites are The Mandalorian and Breaking Bad. Now it's time to talk about my favorite missions. Each expansion is not as long as Grand Theft Auto 4's main story, so I won't mention a lot of them. I'll only mention 2 missions, and the rest you should experience for yourself. First mission is Collector's Item. This mission is the same one from Grand Theft Auto 4, where you have to assist Nico in a meet where the exchange of diamonds for cash is happening in a museum. We already know that it gets ambushed, but this time you play as Johnny, showing what he does after the meet goes wrong. And the second mission, it's War. In this mission, the leader of the Lost MC gets word that some of the members of the gang were attacked by another gang, the Angels of Death. So you, accompanied by the rest of your gang, head to the location and kill waves of the Angels of Death. Now it's that time of the video where I talk about what everyone else does whenever anybody mentions Grand Theft Auto. The music. The Lost and Damned has the same radio stations as in the base game, with some stations including some new songs. I won't name every song because I'll leave some for the next video. My favorite songs were Run to the Hills by Iron Maiden, Saturday Night Special by Lynyrd Skynyrd, and Touch Too Much by AC/DC in Liberty Rock Radio, and Fear of Napalm by Terrorizer, Drowned by Entombed, Dead by Dawn by Decide, and I Come Blood by Cannibal Corpse in LCHC, Liberty City Hardcore Radio. Yeah, that was a pretty weird time for me in my life. The Lost and Damned is a perfect example of how an expansion should be. By using existing badass characters as a blueprint to expand on the game's lore, and it does it pretty well in the episodes of Liberty City. It's a shame how things ended for Johnny though. He seemed like a complete badass. But like in life, just when you think you're a pretty hardcore person, there is always going to be someone who's even more hardcore with a capital hard. For those who haven't played Grand Theft Auto 5 yet for some apparent reason, here is a little spoiler of what actually happens to Johnny.
Hey.
Yeah?
I think I have something you can show me.
Sure, what is it?